In a monumental step for space exploration, SpaceX has once again made headlines with the successful test flight of its next-generation spacecraft Starship on October 13, 2024. This colossal spacecraft is not only the most powerful rocket ever built, but also key to SpaceX's overarching mission of making humanity a multi-planetary species. The launch, conducted from Starbase in Boca Chica, Texas, marks a critical point in SpaceX's development of a fully reusable spacecraft capable of transporting humans to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Starship stands as a bold testament to SpaceX's ambitious vision. Standing over 120 meters, nearly 400 feet tall, when coupled with its super heavy booster, Starship is designed to be completely reusable, a key feature that sets it apart from traditional rockets, which are often discarded after a single use. This fully reusable system not only promises to dramatically reduce the cost of space travel, but also increases launch frequency, making regular trips to low Earth orbit and even interplanetary destinations feasible. The spacecraft is comprised of two stages: the Starship upper stage and the Super Heavy booster. The Starship itself is capable of carrying over 100 tons of cargo or a significant number of crew members. Its versatility extends beyond human spaceflight to include launching large satellites, transporting cargo, and even enabling space tourism. The Super Heavy booster, powered by 33 Raptor engines, provides the thrust required to launch the massive spacecraft into orbit, while Starship's own 6 Raptor engines propel it in space and allow for landing on planetary bodies. This recent test flight was aimed at validating several critical components of the Starship system. One of the major milestones was the performance of the Super Heavy booster, which provided unprecedented thrust and showed improved control and stability during the early phase of the flight. Past attempts had seen various issues, including booster engine failures and instability in flight. So these improvements represent a major success for SpaceX. Another goal was to test the spacecraft's ability to reach orbit, a key capability for future missions to the Moon and Mars. While this test flight didn't achieve a full orbital trajectory, it demonstrated significant progress toward that goal. Engineers and space enthusiasts alike eagerly watched the test, noting the critical data that SpaceX gathered from the attempt. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk himself acknowledged the setbacks in earlier tests, but praised the rapid development cycle and data-driven approach that has allowed the company to innovate so quickly. One of the most revolutionary aspects of Starship is its reusability. Traditional space missions, such as those conducted by NASA or other space agencies, have relied on rockets that are discarded after a single use. This approach makes space travel incredibly expensive, limiting the scope and frequency of missions. Starship's reusable design is intended to change that dynamic completely, with the goal of reducing the cost of reaching orbit by a factor of 100 or more. By reusing both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship upper stage, SpaceX hopes to conduct frequent launches with minimal incremental costs, akin to how commercial airlines operate. This reduction in cost opens up the possibility of interplanetary travel, large-scale space missions, and even the development of a space tourism industry, all within the next decade. The Mars Dream. Central to SpaceX's long-term vision is the colonization of Mars. Elon Musk has repeatedly stated that humanity's future depends on becoming a multi-planetary species, with Mars serving as the ideal destination. Unlike the Moon, Mars has a more Earth-like environment, including a day length similar to Earth's and polar ice caps that contain water. However, the challenges of reaching and sustaining life on Mars are significant, ranging from the thin atmosphere to extreme temperatures. Starship is designed specifically with Mars colonization in mind. Its large cargo capacity would allow it to carry enough equipment, supplies and crew to establish a sustainable presence on the Red Planet. Moreover, its long-duration capabilities, potentially allowing it to operate autonomously in space for months or even years, make it the perfect vehicle for deep space missions. Musk envisions a future where thousands of starships are making regular trips to Mars, transporting materials to build the infrastructure necessary for a self-sustaining colony. This vision includes everything from food production to the development of habitats, which could support a permanent population of humans living on Mars. In addition to its Mars ambitions, SpaceX has secured a major role in NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2025. NASA selected Starship as the lunar lander that will carry astronauts from lunar orbit to the Moon's surface and back. This is a major milestone for SpaceX, as it demonstrates the spacecraft's versatility and adaptability for a range of missions. As part of the Artemis program, Starship will play a pivotal role in establishing a long-term human presence on the Moon, including the construction of lunar bases that will serve as hubs for scientific research and as stepping stones for missions to Mars. The partnership between NASA and SpaceX underscores the growing reliance on private companies to drive the future of space exploration. Despite its successes, the road to making Starship fully operational is not without obstacles. Previous test flights have seen dramatic failures, including explosions during landing attempts and issues with the spacecraft's heat shielding. The Raptor engines, which power both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship, are highly complex and have faced a range of technical challenges. Furthermore, ensuring that the spacecraft can withstand the intense heat of atmospheric re-entry is a major hurdle. While the test flight demonstrated improved flight control, the spacecraft's ability to re-enter Earth's atmosphere and land safely is still under development. Musk has stated that several more test flights will be necessary before Starship is ready for operational missions. Looking ahead, SpaceX plans to conduct further tests, including orbital flights, that will bring the spacecraft closer to its ultimate goal of carrying humans to the Moon and Mars. Musk remains optimistic that crewed missions to Mars could begin as early as the 2030s, but that timeline depends on continued success in upcoming tests. Beyond the technological achievements, SpaceX and Starship are shaping the broader culture of space exploration. SpaceX's private sector approach, driven by ambitious goals and rapid iteration, contrasts sharply with the traditional government-led model of space exploration. By lowering the cost of space access, SpaceX is opening up new possibilities for scientific research, commercial ventures, and even space tourism. Additionally, Starship's development has sparked renewed public interest in space exploration. Each test flight is streamed live to millions of viewers around the world, creating a sense of excitement and possibility. The dream of sending humans to Mars, once the realm of science fiction, is now being seriously considered by scientists, engineers, and even policymakers. The successful test flight of SpaceX's Starship on October 13, 2024 is a critical step toward a future where space travel is not only feasible, but also routine. With its reusable design, Starship promises to lower the cost of space access dramatically, enabling missions to the Moon, Mars, and potentially beyond. While challenges remain, the progress made thus far is impressive, and SpaceX's ambitious goals are closer to reality than ever before. Whether through supporting NASA's lunar missions or leading humanity's charge to colonize Mars, Starship is poised to transform the way we think about our place in the cosmos.